What would you do if one day you received a letter with your name on it, but no sender, no address, and only one sentence inside? Please come to the old library before sunset. Your future depends on it. Sounds mysterious, doesn't it? Today's story is full of suspense, emotions, and an unforgettable life lesson. So sit back, listen carefully, and let's learn English through this exciting story. The Mysterious Letter. It was a quiet Saturday morning. 19-year-old Daniel was cleaning his small apartment when someone knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. When he opened it, nobody was there. Only a white envelope rested on the floor. His name was written neatly on the front. There was no stamp, no return address, only one line. For Daniel. His heart began to race. Slowly, he opened the envelope. Inside was a single piece of paper. It read, "Come to the old library before sunset. Your future depends on it." Daniel read the message 3 times. "Is this some kind of joke?" he whispered. But deep inside, he couldn't ignore it. All afternoon, curiosity filled his mind. Who had written the letter? How did they know his name? And why the old library? As the sun slowly moved across the sky, Daniel finally decided to go. The library stood at the edge of town. It was one of the oldest buildings in the city. Most people had forgotten about it years ago. Its wooden doors creaked as he pushed them open. Inside, everything was silent. Dust floated through the golden light coming from the windows. Rows of ancient books surrounded him. Suddenly, an old librarian appeared from behind a bookshelf. "I've been expecting you," the old man said with a smile. Daniel froze. "You were expecting me?" The librarian nodded. "Follow me." Without another word, the old man led Daniel to a hidden reading room. In the center stood a wooden table. On it rested another envelope. "This one is also for you," the librarian said. Daniel carefully opened it. Inside was another message. "Your greatest treasure is hidden where people search the least?" Daniel looked confused. "What does that mean?" The old librarian simply smiled. "Think carefully." Daniel spent almost an hour searching every corner of the room. Old shelves, broken chairs, ancient maps, nothing. Finally, he sat down, tired and disappointed. His eyes landed on a dusty book lying alone on the table. It was titled, "The Power of Learning." He opened it. Inside was yet another letter. The letter said, "Congratulations. Most people search for treasure in gold or money. Very few search for it inside books. Knowledge is the only treasure that grows every time you share it." Daniel sat silently. Those simple words touched his heart. Then the librarian spoke again. "I wrote the letters." Daniel looked surprised. "But why?" The old man smiled kindly. "Because I once met a young man exactly like you. He was intelligent, but he believed success would come by luck. I wanted you to discover something much more valuable." The librarian showed Daniel a small scholarship program. It offered free courses, books, and training for students who wanted to improve their future. Daniel applied that very day. For the next 2 years, he studied harder than ever before. He learned English, he learned business, he learned confidence. Step by step, his life changed. 5 years later, Daniel returned to the same old library. This time, he arrived wearing a business suit. He had become the owner of a successful publishing company. Children gathered around him as he donated hundreds of books to the library. The old librarian smiled proudly. "You found the treasure," he said. Daniel nodded. "No, I found something even greater. I found the love of learning. As Daniel walked out of the library, he looked back one final time. If he had ignored that mysterious letter, his life might have stayed exactly the same. Sometimes, the greatest adventure doesn't begin with money, it begins with curiosity and one simple decision to keep learning. Moral of the story: knowledge is the greatest treasure in the world. The more you learn, the more opportunities life gives you. Never stop reading, never stop learning, because education can change your future in ways you never imagined. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, keep practicing your English, and I'll see you in the next adventure.